How are you guys doing? Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you about what's the problem with your sales. Why are you not getting sales? Why are you not getting any conversions? Okay, the reason for that, there's a lot of reasons, but there's the simpler version, and then there's the deeper equation, the one that nobody's talking about, that we're going to touch today. Okay, so at the beginning, you're going to think to yourself, well, if my ad isn't getting any sales, getting any visits to my store, that means the ad is bad. And that is true to some extent. There might be a deeper meaning to it, something that you can research and understand what's the real problem behind it. We're going to talk about that today. And now, let's say that your ad got a lot of viewers into your store, but you're not getting any sales. What's the problem? So, the simple answer is, hey, your store is the problem. What happens when you optimize your store 100%? Obviously that is not possible, but let's say your store is 100% optimized. There's nothing else you can change to make more sales, and you're still not making sales, and you're getting 100, 200, 300 people into your site every day. What's the problem? We're going to talk about that today. Okay, so let's hop into the quick presentation. I wanted to make a quick presentation for you guys so you'll be able to understand it way better, and it's going to be way easier for you. So let's say, why am I not making any sales? Then we will talk about, as we said, why you're not making any sales to your Shopify store, even if your ad spend, even if your ad sends people to your store is optimized as well as it can, and your products has been all proven to be selling. Okay, so how do we identify a problem with conversions? There's two options. Number one, if your ad gets 100 views, okay, oh, I accidentally messed that up, the spelling, I will fix that later, but let's say you get 100 views, okay, and then your store gets 0 visits, and no sales, obviously, because you have 0 visits. Where's the problem? Well, the problem is in your ad, right? As we said, there's no reason that the problem would be anywhere on the site if the ad didn't get people to the store. The problem is with the ad. Okay, fair enough. Now, let's go to the second thing. If your ad gets 100 views and your store gets 20 visits and no sales, where is the problem now? Now, most of you are going to be like, hey, 100% the problem is with my store, right? I'm getting people to the store doesn't make sales, the problem is with the store. Okay, fair enough, but let's see where this can be actually wrong, where a lot of people can think that and actually try to optimize their site and actually mess it up, because the site is well optimized and it's trying to start changing a lot of things that might actually decrease the sales. Okay, so let's see, and what are our next points going to be. Okay, so the problem is in your ad, as we said. This is about the first problem. What happens if your ad gets 100 views and then your store gets 0 views, visits, or no sales? Where is the problem? So usually the problem is in your ad. If people saw your ad and didn't follow through to your store, the ad didn't work and didn't get any people going, which means people saw the ad, weren't interested, and they left. But what happens if the ad got a lot of engagement, which means likes, comments, shares? That means people liked your ad. That means your ad was good. But nobody went through with it. Nobody went to your store. What is the problem then? Because the ad did go well, it is viral, a lot of people like it, but nobody came to your store. Well, the problem may be in your call to action or the steps it takes to enter your store, which means, let's say for example, you put an ad out, right? Let's say on Instagram influencers, and you use it as a post, okay, and in the caption it says click on the bio, okay. So many people might not know where the bio is or anything like that, which might be the problem. I can say a lot of other steps, like maybe I saw some people do that on their advertisement, like they put their Instagram account at the bottom, like go to this Instagram account and go to the bio, and then you start rolling over and over again. It's not a simple call to action. Whenever you have a call to action, you need it as simple as possible. For example, on your Instagram story, swipe up. That's it. You need it as simple as possible to have the most simple call to action, so people don't get lost in the process. Or for example, let's say that it's like, oh, I need to enter now the bio, it might be too far for me, or this is just a small explanation, but let's say actually enter this this account and then go into the bio and then go into this. It might actually mess people up and take them a longer time to enter your store, which they will just give up in the middle. That's why it is very important to understand that no matter how viral your ad is, okay, if your ad is super viral and your product like is amazing, people like it, but your call to action is just too weak, or let's say even you have an amazing call to action, okay, just swipe up, but your copyright that you're writing is, for example, way too long and not interesting, people they might just not read it all the way through and just not gonna go to your store. Doesn't matter how good looking the ad was. So these are things you need to always focus on to make sure that at the end of the day, people know exactly what to do in a very quick and short way and know where to enter. Let's read the rest. Many people will assume as the ad was viral, but the product was bad. That's what most people will assume. They'd say, oh, my ad is excellent, but nobody wants to buy it. But as we said, that's not the main problem. Usually this is not the case. The problem may be in the call to action, as we said. Is it too bad, or is it too hard to find the location of it, right? So that's the explanation over here. By the way, I will leave this PowerPoint presentation down below in the comments for you guys to be able to go over and over again to check it again. So now, how do we identify another problem? Let's say your ad sent viewers into your store, okay? You had several visits, but no sales. Where is the problem now? You did get people to your store, and it still didn't convert. The problem may be in your store optimization, right? That's what everyone says. Obviously, that's the most common thing. So the store might not be trustworthy, easy to navigate, provide enough info on how to use the product. For example, I saw somebody asked me to, obviously I do a lot of consultancy and mentoring and stuff like that. I'm not selling it to you. I'm just trying to explain, like, from my point of view and knowledge that I accumulated during the years. So somebody came to me and he was like, hey, why does my ad not work? Why does my store not convert? And I checked the store and it looks stunning. It's amazing. It has beautiful pictures and everything, but it didn't show how to use the product. The product was basically if you remember the blackhead remover, it didn't show like how it actually works, how it actually removes it, and people didn't get any info. They just saw this weird thing and they didn't want to buy it because they didn't know what do they do with it. I get it that it's getting rid of blackheads, but how do I actually utilize it? Where's the buttons? How much life battery does it have? There was just not enough info on the product to come through with it. So that's something you always need to check and make sure that if somebody buys it, he knows exactly what to do. Now, let's go for another thing. Even if you have a bad copywriting, that can be such a big problem. Like, having just bad copywriting can make it from somebody wanting to buy a store to reading the wrong sentence and leaving the store immediately. So these are things you need to always focus. That's why I'm giving you these bullet points over here. Like, they need to be trustworthy, easy to navigate, provide enough info, good copywriting. I give you these bullet points that you can go over and over again to check your store. But let's say the store is 100% optimized. Everything is perfect and there's still no sales. Where is the problem now? Like, hey, my store is perfect, people are coming to my store, and I'm not getting any sales. How is that possible, right? Well, there is a solution for that and an answer to this. So let's go ahead. Your problem may be in the advertisement. You're probably asking, how so, right? It's very weird, right? The ad got many people to your store. How can the ad be the problem? Like, isn't the point of the ad is to get people to the store, which is optimized, and get sales, right? That makes so much sense, right? That's the reason you have it. The ad is supposed to be the hook. Now, while it is right, the ad, it converted just as it was supposed to do. Isn't that so? That's what I'm talking about now. Let's say that, again, your ad got 20 people, right? It got 100 views, 20 people went to your store. The ad did its job. But that's not the answer. That's not what we're looking for. We're not looking for the ad to get people to the store. We're looking for something else. So let's continue reading. The answer is no. The ad got you visits, but it didn't get you any sales. Sales aren't just the store's job, which means that's not what the store is about. The store isn't supposed to increase authority, trust, like the trust and everything, to make the sale. This is one of its jobs, and this is what it helps with. Okay, But that's not the only job of the store. The ad is supposed to do that as well. So the ad has another way of making the visitor interested in your product. Okay, that's something you need to understand. When somebody enters through your ad, he got intrigued by the product and wants to know more about it or potentially buy it. What does that mean? That means your advertisement actually makes people want to buy from you. So no matter how well optimized your store is, if people are not making sales, that might mean that the advertisement wasn't good enough, wasn't making people interested enough in your product. Okay, and here I'll have a good analogy for this. I'm sorry if you're hearing sirens in the background. Don't know if you can hear that, but I'm sorry about that. Okay, so here's a good example I usually give my students. Let's think of your audience as a thermometer. Okay, it starts from 0, which means no interest at all in your product, and goes to 100. Okay, so 100 means the interest, they're like willing to pay like all the money in the world just to buy this. Okay, so from 0 to 100. Now, right now your audience were heated by 15 degrees from your advertisement. Okay, so somebody saw your advertisement, is now 15 degrees, like let's say 15% interested in your product. Okay, like you're slowly heating him up. It's still very cold, but you're slowly heating him up. Now, now after he entered your store, he was heated by your store as well, which is fully optimized and heated him by 75 degrees. Okay, he's still at 90. Okay, which means your store cannot heat the audience anymore more than 75 degrees. Okay, they got like heated up 75 degrees, but they're still 15 degrees with the store, right? With the advertisement, 75 with the store, that's 90. They're still missing that 10 more degrees. If you can increase that 10 more degrees of interest into your store, that means you need to increase these 10 degrees on your ad, right? So now it's time to work on your ad to hit the audience just 10 more degrees to make your store profitable. That's all you need to do. Now, so the problem was that I entered the store, 75% of the store like made me want to buy from it, but I was still missing 25%. The advertisement gave me another 15% of wanting to buy this. I'm on 90%. I just need that last push of 10%, which means I need to work on my advertisement. Now, how do we do that? We need to work on copywriting. Okay, copywriting might be the problem. Maybe if I change the copywriting or make it a bit better, that might push somebody past that 10 degrees to actually be heated enough to buy and want my product, right? To just be there, to be able to buy it. Okay, you might need different ad creatives. Maybe the video wasn't good enough. For example, I believe I don't know if I gave it in the last video, but I usually give this example as well. Let's say I have a dog niche, okay, and there's a video of a blue dog toy, okay, like a blue ball that the dogs can play with. Okay, so we have that, just you see the ball rolling and such. Or you can have a different ad creative where you see a small cute puppy playing with that ball, right? That increases the conversions. It makes it more viral. People see, oh, this puppy is so cute. Look how he's enjoying this dog toy. I'm gonna give it to my dog. Okay, that's why maybe a different ad creative, like a different video, can push the visitor, that ad visitor or that viewer, just hit him up 10 more degrees. That's it, just 10 more degrees to get that sale. Okay, so maybe we need to figure out which audience to use, which I talked in the previous video. I'll have it at the end of the screen. Maybe that's something we need to check. Okay, maybe your audience isn't the one that you're like that wants to buy from you, isn't the one that you're actually advertising to. Let's say that the audience I'm advertising to, let's say I'm advertising a problem, okay, a back problem. I don't know if you guys know, but a long time ago there's been like a lot of sales about like a certain product that like makes your back straighten up, okay, and like makes your posture better. So obviously I'm not going to sell that to younger people. I'm probably going to sell that for younger people, for older people, somebody who actually needs their back straightened up. I'm not going to sell it to people like 18-year-olds. I might be selling it to people like 25, 30. Okay, so 25 and 30 are more likely to buy it. They're more heated and are more interested in it by people that are, again, 18. So let's say, again, use the same analogy. Okay, people 18, they start on zero interest, 0 degrees. But people on the ages of, let's say, 25, 30, 40, they might be a bit more intrigued about it, and they are already starting on like a 10 or 15 degrees area. Okay, so they're already interested in it. Now it's your job with using your store and your advertising to push them past that limit. Now, these were just a few examples. There's so many ways to improve, and we can't list them all here. You need to always to test for yourself, to check what works for you, what generates sales, and how you can always improve. So this is my tip: test one bit at a time to see which increases visits and heats up your audience. When I say that, I don't mean like, hey, you need a new ad creative, use a completely new ad creative, completely new copywriting, completely new audience. No, you need to test, which means you need to use the same parameters and just change one, which means, let's say we're going to use these three: copywriting, ad creative, and audience. Let's say I'm using the same copywriting, same ad creative, and switching the audience, seeing if it makes sales. Didn't make sales? Okay, so I'm going back to where I was. Let's go for, to where I got like the most amount of visits. Let's say now I'm changing the copywriting. I'm keeping the ad creative, I'm keeping the audience, but I'm changing my copywriting. Did that make sales? Oh, all of a sudden I see some more sales. Okay, this is good. So maybe now I'm going to continue with this, and now let's try to change something else. Maybe I change the ad creative and see, hey, when I change the ad creative, I got more sales. Okay, so that means my ad creative was a problem. See, so you need to slowly just test one thing at a time to understand what is your problem. Yes, it does cost money, but at the same time, think about that money as research. You pay that money in order to learn what works best for your store. So I hope you understand everything. I hope that was a good video for you. I really would love if you guys would drop a like, a follow, comment below anything, any questions you have, any other videos you would like me to do. At the end of the day, as I'm a very small account, the subs, the likes, everything helps me a lot. The comments, I would love to answer. If you have any questions about, let's say, store conversions, you can even list your store down below and I will review it for you. Anything like that, I'm always here for you. And yeah, I appreciate you guys staying with me, sticking till the end. I hope I gave you enough insight on what your problem on your store may be. And have a great day.